Hello, Duckoleon. My name is Damn Good, and today I am going to be doing a ranking of our current leaders within the community, and I'm going to give them a score from S to F, S being the best, F being the worst, based off three categories. One, their organizational skills, like getting members, pooling it into their nations or regiments. Two, their actual gameplay abilities within Duckoleon itself, whether that's leading or being a fragger, whichever way, if they're good at Duckoleon, they're going to get a higher score generally. And then the third one is just general art. If they are able to, create something that's high quality for Duckoleon, if they're able to help the community grow in some way with some through a creative lens, they're going to get a higher score because of it. So let's hop right into it. So first off, we have Anvil. Now, I have not heard a single bit about Anvil's officer work. I have not heard a single thing about how good he is in game, but I have seen his videos and they are fantastic. So for that case, even though he has two of them down, we're gonna bring him up to B tier because those videos are just fantastic. And if he like applies himself in the game and in the community as like a high quality officer, he's going to get higher and higher. Okay, next up we have Shadowhawk. And this video is going to be very Prussia sided, but this is the second in command of the Prussian cavalry. I have worked with him before on many battles. He is great to work with. He's a great friend, fantastic person to talk to. He's great with leadership. He's great with Cav. He doesn't really do much fan art, which I'm okay with. So we're going to throw him in B tier, maybe high B tier. I told you it's going to be biased. Don't take this personally, Anvil. Anyways, next up we have Dreamies. Now, Dreamies, I have to figure out where he's from. Um, I've never heard of him, which might be a me problem, but that's why we have this tier. Like, if I actually met the guy, he might be up, he might be lower. I don't know. Now we have me. I put myself on this ranking just to say, like, I'm not gonna I can't really rank myself objectively, so I'm going to ask all of you guys to rank me in the comments. So please put your opinions about me or about this list in general. Make sure to subscribe and all that. You get all your obligatory bullshit. Okay, so Pumanos, I've never seen actually lead in game, but he has done a lot of organization for the community. He literally made it. And he, of course, by making the game and doing all the art, we wouldn't have this ability to be a community, so S tier by default. Um, I really can't put him any less because he's, by our metrics, I can't. So, next we have Country Fried Jake. Easy S tier. He's a great officer. He is a great organizer. He doesn't do a lot of art, but that's fine. I mean, he made the Italian regiment's Discord. He made it look pretty. He's basically he's filled in. He's an everyman. He's working on the dev. He's working on war mode. I can't not put him high up generally. So next uh we have Richtolfen Plays. Haven't heard of him. I'm sorry. If I haven't heard of you, or if I haven't seen you, maybe that's more of my fault than yours. I'd like to hope otherwise, but that's generally how I'm gonna place it here. Now, Ireland is he's a Prussian officer, and he's also the King of Spain, a minor nation that just got added. He's done a lot with Spain. It's not very prominent yet. It has a lot of opportunity to grow, so I'm gonna put him in C tier like I did Spain. Next up, we have guy with a Russian name. I have no clue who this guy is. Um, I have seen him. He's from Russia. I know that. I've seen him talking with the Russians in game after a battle. Have not heard anything much from him. I think he's great. But I'm not going to give a ranking on him yet. Now, Sprint is the newest Fusilier officer within Prussia. He replaced Astral after he got after he resigned and moved to the Ottomans, which was sad. So I haven't seen much from him, but he's good. He does his job well. He's not medium. He doesn't have that, he hasn't really proven himself yet to the same tier, so I'll give him low B tier. Next up, we have Imperator. Now, Imperator does all the maps. He runs the newspaper Acta Europa with me. He's a fun guy to work with. He's in the art department, he's fantastic, but in generally being good at the game and organizing, he doesn't really do a whole lot of that. But I still appreciate him a whole lot. A medium B tier. Next, we have Jesus. I have worked with him before. He has led a few battles with me. I wouldn't consider him to be a great commander. He really leans on the support that the Jaegers and the Cav give to him. But he's not bad. He's competent, and that's honestly better than being F tier. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him high C tier. Probably same tier as Ireland here. Next, we have Astral. Now, I've worked with Astral a ton, and there are a lot of positives. He's very versatile in that. He's a lot of positives and a lot of negatives that sort of even out. Um, he is very competent, but he is also a bit of a squeaker, which I don't particularly find fun. I actually did have a conversation with him about his ranking, and we sort of came to a consensus that he's around C tier. And honestly, for his humility, I'm going to give him a bump to low B tier for that. Um, yeah. So next up, we have Curator T. Believe this guy was the high up ranked in the United Kingdom. I think I commanded against him a couple of times. I haven't heard a whole lot from him, and I think he's been rather inactive. So I'm gonna throw him in D tier. Um, this is all personal opinion. All of the people here have consented to being ranked, and they all understand that this is just my opinion on them. I think that obviously there are going to be some biases that show up generally, so please keep that in mind. I'm not trying to be mean. I think everyone who's in S tier could instantly drop down to F tier on a bad day. Anyone who's in F tier or D tier can rise up to S tier if they apply themselves. This is very volatile ranking. Okay, Abro S tier. He's probably the best Cav officer in the game. He knows how to command his troops. He knows how to lead them. We've won many a games because he is just that good at his job. Sauron is going to get A tier. He doesn't do any leadership per se. He's my right-hand man. He doesn't do any art per se, but he is an insane fragger. He's going to absolutely get the fragger medal when the next ceremony comes around. Okay, next we have Bio, S tier. He's the king of Prussia. He does a bunch of other stuff. I have this sneaking theory that if he were to just vanish, this whole community would sort of crumble. Uh, I'm just kidding, but it would be seriously damaged if it weren't for him. These are all S tier. They're all the best. Okay. Next up, we have Arthur. Have not heard of you. Next, we have Ranbunde's Jack. I've played against Jack many times. He used to be a colonel in the British Army, but now he's taking over the Rhineland. And surprisingly, he was the only really, really good officer within the UK from that I've heard of. And it's a darn shame that the UK is now crippled now that they don't have him. But in that case, if he's that important, I think it's incredible that he decided to take a step down and go into the minor nation of the Rhinelands, and I'm happy to see what he does there. Next up, we have the Spanish Duck. This individual was a part of Prussia for some time. He hasn't done a whole lot of leadership. He's pretty decent at the game, and he doesn't do a lot of art from what I remember. I'm gonna put him in D tier. He did run Portugal, but then Portugal was basically scrapped, and so I don't think he did a ton of leadership there. Florin is a great guy. He's a Prussian Unterofficer. He's great to work with. He's a great friend. He's pretty decent at the game. He doesn't do a whole lot of leadership. He doesn't do a whole lot of fan art. I'm gonna put him. He's a great guy, but being great doesn't mean you get up in B tier. But he's competent. C for competent all the way. I can't say anything bad about him. I can't say anything fantastic about him though. Next we have Victor. I should know who this person is. I don't. And honestly, the don't know list is getting a lot bigger than it should be, which is a damn shame. So I apologize. And the final one we got is Warhead the Cheese Wizard. He's done a lot of work in Italy. He's the acting colonel, I believe, for the Italian army, and it's going to be a great time working with him in the future. Italy's really growing thanks to Jake's help, and I'm glad that they have a competent leader with him. So maybe top B tier. Actually, no shadows. Like I said, this bias. So thank you all for listening to this video. If you guys have any other ideas for videos, please tell me. If you guys wonder where I should be placed, F tier, S tier, make sure to add that in the comments. I'm really happy that you guys are watching this stuff, even though it is, even though the pictures are so low resolution. Whatever. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and God bless you all. Goodbye.